Saturday, December 21, 2013. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and this is my 1979 Mercedes 240D seat going into my 83 240D project. Continuing on with seat rebuild today, where I left off last week. I'm about to disconnect the seat bottom from the seat back, and in order to do that, there's actually these two 13mm bolts here on either side of the seat here at the bottom, where the hinge piece meets the seat bottom. So I'm about to remove these two bolts on either side of the seat, which should, if I'm right, free up the seat bottom from the seat back. Once those four bolts are out, you also may have to disconnect or cut the cable ties holding the seat belt sensor to the springs on the bottom of the seat. So once you have that disconnected, you can just lift the seat back off the seat bottom, and now the next step is to actually remove the upholstery from the seat itself. And there's nothing much else really holding this on. If you press down on the seat here and relieve the tension, if there is any, the upholstery has a lip here which works around, which sits in the seat frame, and you can just work that out of the seat frame there. It's stuck right here. Let me try working it to the back. I'm going to take the upholstery off the seat, and once that's off, I can get to the padding. And once you have the upholstery disconnected from the perimeter of the seat bottom, there are actually some hog rings in here which you're going to have to disconnect to get the upholstery separated from the rest of the padding. So I'm going to disconnect these right now. And once you've pried out all those hog rings, the upholstery should now come off the rest of the seat. Simple as that. As you can see, I have some repair work to do in here, but not too big a chore. At this point, we actually have the remainder of the horsehair padding on the seat frame, and there's nothing really, I believe, connecting the two. What I have to do right now is very carefully disconnect the padding from the seat, and I say carefully because I at least want a very rough shape here so I can size up the new piece of foam. So I don't want to tear this into a million pieces. I worked very carefully, and I was able to get the remainder of the horsehair padding separated from the springs without destroying it. So like I said, I can lift this off here in one piece. Once again, this is very brittle stuff. This is about 34 years old, and okay, just barely got it. So here is the bare seat frame. This is what I've been working towards. And now I'm going to look for breaks in the springs. And as of now, I'm seeing 3. Okay, here's the seat bottom. And I actually have 3 breaks in the springs that I'm counting so far. One right down here, you can see this is broken. Right in front of it, here, another one. And then right opposite that, on this side of the seat here. What I'm actually going to be doing is bracing this stuff up with actual upholstery springs. Now, I got several different kinds of springs, and really wasn't sure what size would be best, but I've got these here, and if I cut the ends off, looks like these will be about the right size and shape to brace up the old springs. So what I'm going to do is cut the pieces I need, then I'll show you how I'm going to clamp them into place. Now, this is the only part of the job where I get into special tools. This here is a pair of 3-prong upholstery spring clip pliers. This is an upholstery specific tool. Certainly wasn't cheap. I think I paid around $50 for it. Couldn't find one used, at least not at any substantial discount. And these here are 3-prong spring clips. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hold the camera and show you what I'm doing, but basically I'm going to use the pliers with the spring clips to attach the new piece of spring to the old piece of spring. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you the finished results. And now that I have the springs clamped in place, I'm actually going to wrap some utility wire around all these repairs, just for some little extra added reinforcement. Well, this is actually where I'm going to call it quits for the day. I have the first spring here wrapped in utility wire, and may go over it with another layer. But even though this is really thin gauge wire, when you coil it around here, I don't know how many times, it gives us a lot of extra strength. And then I will get to sizing up foam and replacing upholstery. So, catch you next time. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy. Thanks for watching.